bit of history here on display in Hafjell. It's 1996, however, and the fastest giant slalom females in the season are about to get us back underway for this second run. First up, SUHADOLC, going at this top section, drops her pole just a little from the start, now gets them back under her arms. Let's use this run to take a look at this second set of gates. Again, quite fast on the top, but on this section here, it's a lot turnier, so it should suit SUHADOLC and the other technical specialists. Running out through the midsection, the terrain clearly flattening off. Those rollers, though, are causing problems for the Slovenian. She's been chucked around, the arms waving about behind her on more than one occasion. So clearly not seeing the fastest or cleanest of runs here. Still has the advantage. And the terrain, again, catching her out. She should have been able to absorb that little drop-off more effectively. This is better, however, than her first run efforts. Just as I compliment her, she gets it all wrong, and now SUHADOLC can only hang on and wait for the line. Well, she's taken the lead, 1.73 seconds. It's a significant advantage, but there are some very fast ladies still to come. Next of those girls, 19th after the first run. Less than ideal in terms of Sonja NEF's scorebook. But now she has a chance to put in a clean run. First run was really peppered with errors, particularly on the lower part of the course. So far, so good up here, and these turns will suit her. Going in very direct, NEF is definitely in a hurry. Cut a very straight line down that last pitch, and now has good momentum out through the middle section. Could well see the tables being turned here on race leader Mojca SUHADOLC of Slovenia. Comes the split, which will give us an indication. 51.88, the time to watch. And there's the advantage to Switzerland, but it's only 600ths. Well, NEF, that's good work over the transition. Kept in contact, didn't get popped in the air, and now really flying across this final flat. Big spray of snow on the final technical section, and has NEF thrown it away. Needs to tidy up these lower turns, needs to get low into the tuck position. Over the line, and that tiny advantage has gone, and she knows it. Second place for now for Sonja NEF. Now SUHADOLC leads, Switzerland in second. At the top of the mountain, we have Sweden once again. Erika HANSSON. Her chance to put Sweden at the top of the heap. And well, this run, a much more attacking start from the youngster. Clearly taken some inspiration from our first run efforts. And this is good skiing. To keep this up, there's a lot of work to be done on this mountain. Generally speaking, it's a men's competition hill. And today, a real test for the ladies as we move to the closing stages of the 96 winter season. Spring sunshine has lit the course better than in the first run. That's enabling the skiers to see the small ruts and bumps that are coming up. Well, the Swede HANSSON has let her advantage slip, and now she too trails the Slovenian. Got room to make it up here. SUHADOLC didn't have a perfect run through these lower gates, particularly on this final little terrain break. See if the Swede can maintain contact with the snow. So important to drive now. Yes, that's more like it. Those lower gates really working well for HANSSON, and now she gets her turn to go into the lead. HANSSON now has to watch and wait as Italy take to the slope. Sabina PANZANINI. Of course, she's backed up by some pretty strong skiers. Let's just watch the youngster here, however. Have a chance to see how tough this section of the course is. Small ruts beginning to form as the spring temperatures warm the snow. shouldn't cause any real problems as long as the skier can stay on the race line. That's the big test. Move dynamically between the turns. So far, so good for Panzanini. This is strong skiing, very clean, no mistakes so far. Should get the advantage, and yes, a big gap now opens up. 0.40 of a second, and she is really flying. Course reports have obviously gone to the race. There's nobody having problem on the little jump. Maintaining contact here and keeping the line, but only just. This indicates to me, anyway, that this lady is going very, very fast. Heading now for the line. Can she depose the leader? It looks that way. 0.51 of a second, the advantage now to Italy. An excellent second run from Sabina Panzanini. Wachter now on course. Austria still have Alexandra MEISSNITZER waiting in the wings, but Wachter would dearly love to put down a strong run and get ahead of Italy. Very quick, very light on the feet through the first technical section. As you can clearly see, she's a very light-framed skier, and her technique is to get the turn over and done with as quickly as possible. Try to sneak a tighter line, a quick short pressure, and then drive directly down the fall line. Certainly seems to be working. 700ths of an advantage, it's not much. She certainly can't afford to put a foot wrong between now and the finish. Not much of this course still to go. And Wachter right on the limit. She gets twisted, the skis go sideways. Surely she's let too much go. Definitely not giving up. Panzanini watches from the finish area. Very, very nervous looking spectator indeed. And over the line, and it's only second place. Relief on the face of Sabina Panzanini. Anita Wachter delighted with her efforts. Well, some Swedish fans congratulating Wachter. She's gone well ahead of the best Swede so far. It's still Erika HANSSON. But now Austria have another chance. On course here, we're joining Alexandra MEISSNITZER, the best Austrian skier so far in the first run. Maisy, as she's known, a real all-rounder on the tour. Came from a technical background, but going very quick these days in Super G and downhill. I would say at this point, GS is still her signature discipline, but that downhill and Super G experience surely has helped to put her where she is from the first run. Very quick series of gates, but now some tight turns and a very slim advantage for MEISSNITZER. Only 100th of a second over our race leader. Clean turns. MEISSNITZER, oh, just as I say that, a big right-footed skid, and that 100th must have gone. She's working hard to try to make up on it. It's going to be close. Has she done enough in the last half dozen gates? There's the answer. That 100th was gone for sure, but MEISSNITZER, a real battler, put the hammer down, put the pressure on the skis, and overtakes Panzanini. Goes into the lead. Germany, third place from the first run with Martina ERTL. Now ERTL hunting down her arch rival. Very similar skiers, MEISSNITZER and ERTL. Light-framed girls and very, very punchy, particularly on the steeper, tighter sections where she is now. That's excellent work from ERTL. She is flying off the pitch, down in the tuck position, looking for more speed. Really on a mission through this run. Skied possibly a little within herself in the first run, and I'm not sure that she was as pleased as she could have been with her third place. Definitely not missing a trick here. Look at the difference in time. 0.64 of a second, and ERTL looking for more. We haven't seen anybody fly off that bump in quite a while, but the reason ERTL's airborne is she's going faster than everybody else, and she has read this section, the last few technical turns, to perfection. Very high in the line coming in here, and surely she's even gained time on the Austrian. Well, MEISSNITZER gives her a round of applause. But ERTL, look at the time difference, 5700s, and now we're really seeing a smile on Martina ERTL's face. Well, Germany again on course, 2 racers to go. Seisinger, last chance for them. Germans have to pressure Compagnoni, that's the mission here. They need to put 2 girls on the top step of the podium if possible, and look at the determination on Katja Seisinger's face. Teeth gritted. Well, like ERTL, she has read the first technical pitch to perfection and has massive momentum coming off. Unable to stay in the tuck like ERTL, however, getting thrown around, the arms having to come out to help control the balance. It's always a good indication if you want to see if the skier's out of balance. Look at their arm position. Is it stable? She still has an advantage, but to my eye, not skiing as strongly as ERTL through this part. Seisinger driving for the line and cleaning these turns up beautifully. Possibly even better than Martina ERTL has done. A little drift of the skis, don't be fooled by that. That was a set-up move, it wasn't a braking move. No errors so far from Seisinger, going for the line, and yes indeed, and by a very large margin. That was excellent skiing from Germany in the shape of Katja Seisinger, and now she tops the steps of the podium ahead of teammate Martina ERTL. Well, it can all change, and this lady has changed it for the other competitors on many occasions. She really is the giant slalom queen, and who at this point is going to bet against her? Compagnoni looking so composed out of the start gate. Strong, fast turns, a little twisted. Needs to get the line right before she hits this pitch. Sneaking in very tight, and like the 2 Germans who lead this race, she is very early in the tuck, coming off the last of the steep sections. Nice work here from Compagnoni. She must be reeling Seisinger in. Good work here, very straight, very direct on the lower gates, taking a risk or 2 and getting the reward. 0.57, the advantage, and I underline the word advantage. Compagnoni storming to the line. This is beautiful giant slalom skiing. Oh, a little late, a little back. Oh, and she's gone. Unbelievable. She was offline. She could have let it run out, but she's so ambitious. She wanted to chop the line off even more, and as a consequence straddled the gate. Well, a very uncharacteristic series of errors from Italy's Deborah Compagnoni. Dropped the line wide, possibly a metre off here. She could have made it around that banana gate, but just too aggressive, and clatters the flag out of the way. It's Germany's day here after all. They go 1 and 2 ahead of MEISSNITZER. Seisinger takes the honours from Hafjell. Couple of surprises. Dorfmeister further back for Austria than we'd expected, and a real shocker of a day for Sonja NEF of Switzerland. Well, we're moving into the closing stages of this 96 season, so for now, that's it from Hafjell.